guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jen Chapin and I am a full-time working mom with 2 kids, and on this channel I like to share a lot of food, family, and working mom content, so I hope that you stick around. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some super fun, easy, and quick school lunch ideas for your kids. If you guys have watched my channel from way back in the day, you know that I have always posted a lot of school lunch content during the school year. My kids are 8 and 11, and so my older one is kind of getting in the upper age range where she doesn't quite think that the cute lunches are cool anymore. But these lunches that I'm going to share with you today are for either younger kids or older kids, and I'm going to be sharing some fun treats and just some fun ways in general that you can pack a really healthy, great lunch for your kids without spending a lot of time and a lot of effort. Okay, so the lunch ideas that I'm going to share with you today are a taco salad. My kids love when I pack this for them for lunch, and it's a great way to use up leftovers. I'm also going to share how I do a DIY pizza Lunchable. This is also a fun one that kids get really excited about. Also, I'm going to be sharing an idea for chicken and vegetable Asian dumplings. This one is super unique. It's something that my kids love. And then also I'm going to be sharing how I make my DIY Uncrustables. My kids love Uncrustables, but they can get pretty pricey to buy at the store. First off, I want to say thank you so much to Blue Ellie for sponsoring today's school lunch video. They have so many cool products on their site. They have these really cute ice packs in different colors and shapes. They also have these really great bento boxes. These are only $12.99, which is a fantastic price for a bento box if you've ever purchased them before. And they are dishwasher safe, which is fabulous. And they come with silverware and a little sauce container, as well as an elastic that keeps them together. They also offer reusable snack pouches, which are great for packing your kids' snacks. The product that I'm going to be highlighting today are their insulated food jars. It comes with a spoon as well, and it keeps food warm for up to 12 hours and cold for up to 24 hours. So definitely one meal that my kids love is either tacos or taco salad, and this is a great way to use up leftovers from dinner and to pack a unique lunch for your kids that you can be sure that they'll eat. So I'm just sharing here how I make my taco meat. I just have some ground beef in a nonstick skillet, and I like to saute that up until it is cooked through. I do tend to drain my ground beef, especially when there's grease on it, just to cut down on the fat. And then once the beef is cooked through and drained, I just added a packet of my favorite taco seasoning. You can use whatever you'd like, and then I add some water and stir that up and let it simmer covered for about 20 minutes. You may have to add more water if the water level goes down. Just make sure it doesn't burn. The longer you can simmer it on the stove, the more tender the beef will be. Now, this wouldn't be something that I would cook specifically for my kids' lunch probably. I might do it as a meal prep, or like I said, with leftovers. And this will work with any kind of taco meat that you have. Chicken taco meat is really good too. You can serve this like I'm going to do as a taco salad, or you could even include little tortillas, and then your kids could build their own tacos at lunch. So I'm going to share how I pack my taco meat in the Blue Ellie insulated food jar. I just like to boil some water, put the lid on it, and let the hot water sit in there for about 10 minutes. And then you can go ahead and load it with whatever warm ingredients that you are going to pack, and those will definitely stay warm until lunch. The one thing that I really like about this Blue Ellie food jar is that the lid has a rubber grip on it, so it makes it really easy for your kids to open it for themselves. I know one thing my kids have struggled with before when I've packed hot items for them is getting them open by themselves at lunch, but both of my kids tried this and it was super easy for them to open. So I'm going to use this in conjunction with the bento box today, and I'm starting out by just putting some crushed up chips in the bottom. I'm next going to add some shredded cheese. The idea behind this meal is that your child can then at lunch take the top off of the food jar with the taco meat and combine it with the rest of the ingredients in the bento box, and then they'll have a nice little taco salad. So I also added some lettuce and tomatoes and some sour cream, and this was my son Connor's lunch. He actually ate it here at home since we haven't started school yet, and he loved it. He asked me to definitely pack this when school starts again. So here's a look at what I would pack for him if he was going to school. So I would probably just include a cup of applesauce or some other fruit, as well as a treat. These mini bags of Chips Ahoy are great portion control, and that would be a lunch along with a drink. So I will have all of these products listed and linked down below that I used in this video. You can purchase Blue Ellie products on their website, which is bluellieusa.com, or on Amazon, so I'll have all the information on that below. Okay, so next I'm going to share with you how I make homemade pizza Lunchables. This is another good one for kids to break it up and not just give them a sandwich every day. So I have one of the food boxes here. This one is pink, and I have a couple silicone cupcake liners in there. I like to use those to divide food out in these bento type boxes. So in one, I've put some shredded mozzarella cheese and then some turkey pepperoni in the other. And I really like using these mini naan breads. I get them at Costco. My kids love them, and they're perfect for these mini pizzas. So I'm going to use the sauce container to hold some pizza sauce. You can just use whatever type of pizza sauce that is your favorite, and pack that into the lunchbox with some grapes. And you have a really awesome DIY pizza Lunchable. These are so much cheaper than the ones that you buy in the store, and I think they taste a lot better too. So I'm packing this with a fruit by the foot, some celery and tomatoes, and a juice box. Okay, so here's another creative use for the insulated food jar, and that is steamed dumplings. So I have these from Costco. They are the chicken and vegetable steamed dumplings. These are delicious if you can get your hands on them, and they are super convenient because you can microwave them in the tray that they come in, and you don't have to cook them on the stove, which is fantastic. So all you do is cut a hole in the top and stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and you have hot dumplings. So this is definitely something you can do the morning of when your kids are going off to school. It's not something that takes a whole lot of time, and it's super simple. So I'm going to pop those in the microwave, and then again, I'm just going to make sure that I activate my food jar with the hot boiling water for about 10 minutes to make sure that that food will stay warm all morning. And then I have a little sauce packet that I'm just thawing out in a bowl of hot water. So once the sauce is thawed, I'm just going to trim the corner off of that and put it into the little sauce container. These sauce containers are great. The lids work great on them. They don't leak, and they're fantastic for packing your kids' little dips and sauces. They just think that is so much fun. So to go along with this, I'm going to cut up some fresh veggies. I'm going to do peppers and carrots. Those are my daughter Kira's two favorite raw veggies, and this again is something that I would probably do ahead of time. So I have a lot of meal prep inspiration and videos on my channel, so check that out if you are new here. But this is something that I would customarily do on the weekend to prep for the upcoming week. So I probably wouldn't be chopping veggies, at 6 o'clock in the morning on a school day. I would have those already peeled and washed and cut up and in the fridge ready for me to use. So I'm going to go ahead and peel a couple of carrots. Normally I do buy baby carrots, but I had a few of these in the fridge to use up. So I'm just going to cut those into thin sticks and put them in a container to store in the fridge, and these will go alongside the dumplings and some other goodies for my daughter's lunch. So I have my food jar here that is now hot, and I'm just going to remove those hot dumplings from the tray and put them in the food jar and then get the lid on there. I did actually test this out. I left these in the jar for about 5 hours and then ate them as a snack, and they turned out great. They were still steaming hot when I ate them 5 hours later. So here is what this lunch looks like. I included the carrots and peppers, some strawberries, the steamed dumplings in the food jar, along with some training chopsticks that a sweet subscriber sent me. And then I also included a drink and a homemade cinnamon sugar mini muffin. Okay, so my son Connor absolutely loves peanut butter and jelly, but it can get a bit boring to just pack a plain peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day. So I have a cutter that actually cuts and seals the edges of bread to make homemade Uncrustables, which is super fun and the kids love it. So I have 2 slices of wheat bread here. Make sure that you pick larger slices so that the cutter will fit on the bread, and make sure that your bread doesn't have any air pockets or holes in it, otherwise it will leak out. So I'm going to spread one side with the peanut butter. Make sure that you don't overfill these, otherwise they will burst open. And then on the other side, I'm just going to add a little bit of grape jelly. That's his favorite. And then I just use this cutter to basically press down in the middle of the bread, and it cuts the sides off and crimps the edges. So you have your own homemade Uncrustable. How cool is that? These actually will store really well in the fridge and the freezer, just like regular Uncrustables. I typically don't make a lot of them ahead of time just because they're so easy to make right in the moment, but that's definitely something you could do if you wanted to save time. So in this lunch, I'm going to include some Skinny Pop popcorn. My kids love this, and it's a nice healthy side for them. And I'm going to put the Uncrustable sandwich on top of that. Then I'm going to make a little bit of homemade trail mix. Again, I have some of those silicone liners in there to kind of separate my ingredients. I'm adding some banana chips and some craisins or dried cranberries. Both my kids love both of those things. And then I'm just going to add some veggies. I'm going to do cucumber and tomato for my son Connor. He loves both of those things. One thing I really always try to do when I pack school lunches for my kids is to include fresh fruits and veggies. I usually like to include one fresh fruit side and one fresh veggie side. I think that gives them a variety of foods to eat, and is probably a lot healthier than what they're getting if they were to eat lunch at the school. So here's what this lunch turned out like. I put a little eyeball pick in one of the tomatoes there. So I've got tomatoes and cucumber, banana chips, craisins, some popcorn, the homemade Uncrustable, and a little pouch of the strawberry and applesauce. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you are wanting to get your own Blue Ellie food jar or any of their products or bento boxes, be sure to check out the link in the description box below. I have tried many bento boxes and supplies, and these are some of the best, and I love using them to pack my kids' lunches. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.